Film on 4, sponsored by Prudential.
A selection of music from Close My Eyes is available on CD, and it's out in the shops now.
She thought it was an affair like any other. She was wrong.
You'd no idea, had you? I mean, about Keith.
The pain of trying to understand others.
For God's sake, tell me why! Even your boyfriend is worried you might have infected me!
Leads her to understanding herself.
I'm really frightened.
Jane Asher stars in Closing Numbers, Film on 4, next Tuesday at 10.
Now then, Sir Jimmy Savile OBE looks back on his unusual and sinful existence in the Obituary Show next.
Any idea where Alex is?
Give you 3 guesses.
Another new car? How come?
Just happened to let it slip that French Rossiters were looking for a talented new designer.
Wow, were they?
What do you think?
I was hoping Alex might take me for a ride.
What, again?
Fun?
Nothing.
Mr. Soft, won't you tell me why the world in which you're living is so strange? Oh, Mr. Soft, how come everything around you is so soft and rearranged?
Bite through the shell of a Trebor Softmint and everything turns chewy and soft. They're crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
Life's full of ups and downs, isn't it? I've had more ups today than usual. Even the downs were up. And up, and up. I could have sworn the air became thinner the higher I climbed. I should have been a mountaineer, not a doctor. Still, it wasn't all down. Up. He got the last 2 tickets. In the gods.
Legworks by Pretty Polly, with Lycra where you need it, to keep you on your toes.
Mealtime's horribly familiar? Then get a helping hand from Batchelors with Super Noodles.
We need some new kitchen furniture. I fancy pine.
Well, how about a dresser? With plate grooves, fixed shelf, and a matching sideboard? No, yeah, a solid pine farmhouse table to go with them. Oh, free delivery.
How do you know so much about...
Just call me Mr. Chippendale.
I wish you were a Chippendale.
I fancy some new golf clubs.
Well, how about graphite shafts with peripheral weighting design?
For a whole catalogue of answers, Argos takes care of it.
We asked the cows about Anchor spreadable butter.
Well, I've never seen anything like it in my life. I mean, I've seen a cow slip, I've seen a tall towel, I've seen a bulldoze all day long. But here there is real butter that will spread straight from the fridge. And I've never seen anything like it in my life. I mean, I've seen a bull ring, I've seen a cowhide, I've seen a bull rush round all day. But here there is real butter that will spread straight from the fridge. And I've never seen anything like it. Blow me! Now there's slightly salted Anchor spreadable too.
Hardy.
The Admiral's called for you, sir. He's fading fast.
Hardy.
You'd better ring the Royal. For all types of insurance, for all kinds of mishaps, you'd better ring the Royal.
There is a tyre that combines grip and long life with a new outstanding feature. Up to a 5% saving on fuel in comparison with our standard tyres. Michelin Energy, driving down the cost of motoring.
Move into a different zone with documentary,
It takes a special person to pose in Playboy.
with drama,
Domination job, high heel boots, the lot.
the provocative,
Woof woof, hear the demon dog bark. He's got a 12-inch wanger that glows in the dark.
insight,
Being transsexual isn't my problem, it's other people's.
the adult.
Don't come here, Mom. It's bad.
Enter the red light zone Saturday just after 11 on 4.
Now on 4, Sir Jimmy Savile OBE is heading for Hades. All is explained in the Obituary Show.
I was far too busy living, and when it came to time to dying, that was it. Bump, took 4 seconds, and now we're getting on with the process of being dead, which is not altogether unpleasant. Very pleasant, in fact. So, here we go.
Most people see Jimmy Savile as a comical character, but I don't think he's ever been given the credit for what he did for British music. I think, without a doubt, him and the Beatles are the most influential thing that ever happened in British music.
Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me.
He certainly was the most significant DJ of the late 50s and early 60s. I mean, we all believed Jimmy when he said he knew Elvis Presley. We believed that Jimmy was the Beatles' best mate or the Rolling Stones' best mate, because only Jimmy Savile was identifiable with the stars.
Jimmy Savile was the first one who was prepared to throw himself at the audience as a real character. It was before DJs had often been just voices. Once television came around, there was Jimmy, larger than life, larger than anybody, and prepared to be more outspoken and more flamboyant. But I don't think you can actually class that as being the best DJ ever. He was just Jimmy Savile.
I was 16 when I first saw him. A man entertaining people by playing records was unique. It didn't happen. It was the first time. You know, the Beatles would have just started. There'd been a prominent music scene in the north of England for a long time, but nobody played records, and Jimmy Savile played records.
People laughed at me. They said, "You don't dance to records. They only do that in the deep, deep, deep countryside, where they can't get a band over the hills or whatever." I said, no. And the first Tuesday that I put the records on, we had 700 people turned up, and I'd let them in for nothing because they said admission free. When I saw all these people pouring in, thought of all the money I was missing. Ay, mamma mia! So I put a record on that lasted for 14 minutes, rushed off with a big magic marker thick pen. Under where it said admission free, I put until 8 p.m. and then charged everybody that came in after 8 p.m. And we never looked back, and it was as instant as that. And I knew that I was right, and I was one of the few people in the world, upstairs, ever to have invented something that stayed right on top of his profession.
Top disc jockey of the year for the first time, Jimmy Savile.
Until the time that I came here, I was still the best all-round disc jockey that there was.
This is Radio Luxembourg, your station of the stars, broadcasting on 208 metres medium wave.
Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, yes. Yeah, fabulous Beatles there. There's not all that talent gone to them, though. There's still a little bit left, as it happens. Now, I'll tell you what, in the hit parade for about 46 out of 52 weeks, in the top 30, tremendous man.
In a way, Jimmy Savile was the model for all those
really crappy 70s mobile discos, you know, Rod's Disco, right? Where they sort of like, oh, it's Sharon's 17th birthday, and you know, and all this stuff. And it was kind of like the pattern for that sort of like, you know, a banality on a stick, sort of like blah 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 blah, which I must admit we did need punk rock to get rid of.
He was a real showman, a real professional, and he carried it entirely on his own. He was his own bandwagon. There's nobody else on it. So, pausing to reflect about him, we realised what a professional he was. At the time, you said, "What is this grotesque doing on my television set? Go away."
It was kind of like having your granddad as a DJ, sort of like, oh, right, yeah, guys and gals. I mean, guys and gals as a catchphrase, you know. It's hardly, you know, kick out the jams, motherfuckers, is it? It's all, you know.
If I said something more than twice, then a paper would pick it up, and so you get things like if I was telling somebody something.